And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California. It is gloomy out. We got some of that June gloom already here in May. Hope you guys are ready for summer. It's time to go to the beach and have some fun, even though we do that every day in California. But let's talk about Bitcoin putting in a big red girthy candle on the daily time frame. We're going to talk about price targets for the weekend and what's to come in the next week. So let's dive in. First things first, crypto news today. Sri Lanka inflation jumps close to 40% in May as shortages persist. Looks like consumer prices in the capital, Colombo, rose 39.1% from a year ago. The Department of Census and Statistics said in a statement Tuesday that's faster than the median 35% climb forecasted by economists in Bloomberg surveyed. This is the highest level ever seen in Sri Lanka. And food inflation surged 57%, and non-food items jumped 30%. So is Sri Lanka kind of, nursing the way to what's headed towards America? Could you imagine 50% inflation? I think we're probably closer to 20 as it is. Next piece of news, Bitcoin miner BitZero to build a $500 million headquarters in North Dakota. And what they're going to do is they are going to use the heat. So it says the data center will be a $400 to $500 million investment for the company and will use heat, a byproduct of its operations, to help the region produce food all year long. The company currently has raised $100 million and is planning an IPO in Canada within the next 60 days. And the miner distilled the plans on Thursday in a joint press release with the governor of North Dakota's office and notable investors such as Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Bald Guy. All right. Next piece of news, and poor WINKLEVIE twins lost out on Facebook. Now they're getting sued by the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. So cftc. Regulators sued WINKLEVIE's crypto firm over futures contracts, and basically what they're alleging is that the Gemini exchange misrepresented key details of its exchange and futures contracts in meetings with regulators in 2017. So coming back to bite them in the butt a little bit. I think they're just trying to take a little piece off of everybody right now, kind of, kick them while they're down kind of thing. And so article over there. And then let's jump into my favorite part of the day. It is Friday. Happy Friday to everybody who made it through this tumultuous week in these markets. Let's start it off with NASDAQ, because Bitcoin's going to pretty much do whatever NASDAQ does. And as you can see, big red candle, and we had a big green candle yesterday. So let's take a look at S&P, and we are getting rejected off of this green 55. And on the daily time frame, it's going to be a matter of above or below. If we can break this range, this is going to really kind of settle things for the week to come. So we won't know anything, right? Because NASDAQ's going to close here in a few hours. We're talking about 4 hours and 17 minutes. So there's the daily time frame. Let's check out the weekly really quick. Weekly getting rejected off the 9. Could this just be a small pivot before we get another leg up for next week? I think that's a possibility. That's in the cards. But again, you could mediate this on the 4-hour time frame, even, I believe, with a 4-hour closure, back below this pivot here. And I do believe we will, at a minimum, head down to 39.74 on S&P, and probably here over time down to that low 4,000. What does that look like on the NASDAQ? Same thing. Pretty much next major level down is going to be 1222, and then small bounce and probably continuation from there. That's if we can't, play out the hidden bullish divergence, which is prices making higher lows and RSI is making significantly lower lows. Coming back to the bearish control zone, first time back into it typically is a bounce. So, momentum's to the downside. Volatility is pretty flat here, or just over 50%. So 50% chance that the market could bounce here. No. So as you can see, market is keeling over a bit. And difference between Bitcoin and NASDAQ and S&P is on their daily time frame, they're holding the higher low still. Now, if we do take out this low on the NASDAQ or the S&P, which is going to be this low right here or that low right there, that's not going to look good for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin already, as you can see on the daily time frame, we broke the range and we could not, well, we had the higher low right here. Excuse me. That was the higher low, higher high, higher low. And now we're taking it out to the downside. So the day's not over. We got 7 hours and 5 minutes. And that'll bring it back to the 4-hour time frame, which we are crossed down and back in the bearish control zone. And it does look like, again, that pivot 29,300 is going to be a major pivot on the market. And if we do break back below 29,300, even on a 4-hour, I'm going to say 29,000. Yeah, 29,300, the wick lows right there on the 4-hour. And that, what's the measure move off of that? And these moves are going to be a little bit quicker and easier to the downside. As you've noticed, any kind of upside move is just a fight. It's like pulling teeth. It's going very slow. It's kind of the crab market. And, bottom side of the range right here coming in for a 4-hour closure below this level. Are we going to get continuation? Volume has been increasing on these past couple of candles. Nothing dramatic yet. And stock market does seem to be giving back some of the losses, or taking back some of the losses. What's the dollar doing? This is another one. The dollar popping up here. So dollar goes down, good for Bitcoin. Dollar goes up, bad for Bitcoin. And dollar is putting in a bit of a rally today, unlike Bitcoin, but still, below the 618 on a bearish retracement. So do we get some more continuation to the downside? I think the dollar's hard to call right now on the daily time frame. That's for sure. Stokes are up. Volatility is about to increase. We are rejecting the bearish control zone. Yeah, so, really just looking at these kind of two pivots right here at 101.76 and 101.31. Anywhere below there is not going to look good at all for the dollar, which would be good for Bitcoin, and targets back down. Daily closure back below 101, call it 101 or 101.92, and we're heading down to about 99 cents. So that's, we want to keep an eye on if the dollar starts to go up, sign for, dollar strength, weakness in Bitcoin, vice versa, dollar weakness and Bitcoin and stocks probably going to head up. All right, that's it for Bitcoin and Ethereum, NASDAQ, and the dollar. I wish I had some gold up here on my screen, but I don't have it at the moment. Ethereum, let's take a look at Ethereum getting beat on the chin, kind of just like Bitcoin. And, I guess the line in the sand would have been this area right here at 1805. That's probably any kind of a daily closure, below this pivot right here. Momentum will turn to the downside. Volatility will be increasing. And the next target down off of a daily consolidation like this is going to be this level right here at $1,500. So if daily stokes cross down, that reminds me as well on Bitcoin. If the daily closes anywhere below 29,700 today, that will pretty much invalidate that signal we had been talking about. A 25% move as volatility starts to expand. So we got the expansion tick right here, and the move has thus far, it bounced 10%. Typically we get a 20% bounce. Now it's bounced no percent because we're pretty much where we started, right? So as price action trumps everything else, right? So if Bitcoin does want to close down below 29,700, that'll look good for Stokes turning down. Volatility will still be up, and at least a retest of the lows at 28.5, and then a small bounce and probably continuation over time down to the $24,000 target. Hard to call that all in one day, right? None of this price action is going to come in one day. And that's why we kind of got invalidations and validations on one side of the market and on another. That invalidation point being, again, on the daily time frame, 29,300. And then if should give a kind of bull trap scenario on the other side, if we can get back above the 618, which is right here, that pivot at 31,216, I'd call it a bear trap and bull trap, bear trap, and then hopefully we hit that target of about 34 to 35,000 coming in. Daily is coming in a little bit lower now on CME. So this is Bitcoin's chance. I'd say it has to happen. What's going to happen over the weekend? Could we get a little bounce if we hold 29.3? I think we could. If NASDAQ and the market closes pretty bearish today, I think over the weekend we could get some selling, selling from the Asian markets as, people look forward to the week to come. May 9th, I keep saying May, it's June. Holy smokes. June 9th. I believe it's June 9th or June 10th, the inflation numbers come out. So we'll take a look at that coming in next week, early next week. Wow, welcome to June. Hello, June. It will be July 4th. Before you know it, we'll all be watching fireworks, having a good time. I do want to tell you, if you did enjoy the video, like and subscribe. In the video, we have a free tutorial on how to set up TradingView so you can start to learn how to use technical analysis to your advantage. Other than that, if you do want to put Bitcoin or any crypto in your IRA, that's one of our specialties. We can help you do that. There's a link in the description below for that as well. Thanks. Hope you have a blessed day and a great weekend. Take care.